Hello everyone. About a month ago, I bought this Power Macintosh 7500 from a local university's recycling center. I only paid $10 for it in untested condition, but it's going to need some repairs. First of all, in terms of condition, this machine has clearly seen better days. It's covered in dirt and scratches, some of the rubber feet have fallen off, the plastic power button has fallen apart, and also the power button on the motherboard is damaged. It's missing a hard drive as well, but everything else seems to be there. Unfortunately, I don't have an ADB mouse or keyboard, and I also don't have a monitor with a DB15 connector. So I can't really test the computer, but I can power it on. And thankfully, after wrestling with the broken power button for a bit, it does power on. And it makes a startup sound, and I can hear the floppy drive and the CD drive, so I'm pretty sure this thing is going to work just fine once I test it. Today, my goal is to physically clean this computer, fix the power button, and do something about these rubber feet. The first step I took to clean this thing was to just put some regular soap and water on a paper towel and see how many scratches I could get off just by doing that. I followed that up with a magic eraser to get some more stuff that I missed. I have no idea what this black gunk on the side was, but the magic eraser seemed to do a pretty good job of taking care of it. The vents were especially dirty, so I made sure to clean those out as well. Now all I had to do was dry it off. I also noticed some more dubious Apple build quality, as some stuff just kind of fell apart on me. This motherboard cover also fell to the floor, and that broke too. The computer did end up looking a lot better in the end. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Anyway, with the outside of the computer looking all nice, it was time to clean out the inside. I cleaned off the motherboard with some canned air too. And maybe you could blame this one on me, but I don't know about this build quality. So this is what I was talking about with the power button. You can see it's kind of bent all out of shape here, and I guess just pushing it over the years did that. And Apple, in their infinite wisdom, did not secure it down at all. So now it's kind of broken. Huh. Decided this would be a good time to glue those rubber feet back on, and I flipped the computer over to do this, but you'll be able to see that this 25-year-old plastic really did not agree with me doing that. It also turned out that my super glue kind of dried out because I left the container open, and it was more of a paste than what the consistency should have been. And it just kind of slobbered all over the bottom of the computer. And I threw it away and just made a mental note to buy some more. It did still seem to be able to hold the feet on just fine though, so I'm not all that worried. I went ahead and cleaned off some of the excess glue with Goo Gone too. Turning it over, I noticed the kickstand piece that holds the computer open had fallen off. To try to make the power button more stable, I went ahead and re-tinned all the pins on the other side of the motherboard because I noticed they didn't have a ton of solder on them. Alright, so after resoldering here, it is feeling a lot better. So I'm inclined to call this fixed. I might want to maybe put some glue or something on there to try to secure it a little better, but I think this is definitely a major improvement. And if you're wondering why I'm not recapping this computer was actually made before the capacitor plague, so I'm not going to worry about that at all. After this, the only thing left to do was to put the computer back together. And one last thing, I've actually got a 3D printed replacement power button for this computer, which is pretty cool. This is actually 2 pieces and it's only one. There's a little cap on there that makes it easier to press. So I'll get this later, but for now, that feels pretty good in there. Look at that. Alright, so that's going to do it for today on this 25-year-old Macintosh. It's looking a lot better than it did before, and that new replacement power button is going to be great. Stay tuned for the next episode because I'm going to actually test out the computer. I'm going to put a hard drive in it, and I've also got a G3 processor upgrade card coming in the mail. So stay tuned for that, but other than that, have a good day, everyone.